portion is setting your lineup. Can anybody want to take a guess on what setting your lineup is? Okay, I'll tell you. It is filling your calendar. So, who here is not happy with their calendar right now? Raise your hand. Okay, we're all in the same boat. Yeah, right? I'm going to raise two right now. Okay? Because I'm kind of in that little dip. Okay, so we all know what a traditional jewelry show is, right? Okay. Let's think outside the box. Let's open the box and take ourselves out and move over to the left or right. And I want you to think of a couple different things. How about a jewelry dash? That one I got from Haven. Or a pop-up boutique. Or a kiss show. Kiss means keep it simple, sweet. Okay? So you're calling and no, I can't get the girls together. No, I don't have time. Well, these are meant to be quick. So you're not booking 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 2 months out. These are meant to be within the next week, week and a half or so. And you're not going to spend hours there, okay? Because I have spent 5 hours in houses, but you know what? It's fine. So is that. All right. So these are meant to be an hour to an hour and a half. That's it. So I might say to you, Rachel, let's do a jewelry dash. Is that okay with you? Great. Okay. Now this is how it works. I'm just going to be there for an hour. That's it. So invite your girls, tell them to drop on in. They can play in the jewelry, and they can, I say jewelry dash. Okay, so jewelry dash. They can dash in and dash out. The whole jewelry dash, okay? And so you tell them to only be there for an hour. So from 7 to 8. By 8:10, you should kind of be out the door, sort of, 8:10. Now, if the girls are having a good time, don't take your stuff off and say, I'm out here. Stay. I told you, you might want to say to the hostess, I promised you I'd be out of here by 8:10, and she'll, what she'll say, right? That's okay. We're having a good time. Okay. So it's meant to be booked closer in. So usually within a couple days, within a week. You're going to set up on the kitchen or dining room table. So, you know how sometimes we'll set up on the table, and then we'll go in the living room, and we'll do the traditional show. You're going to set up on the table and actually play around the table. I have one of the Amy mannequins. I have brought those because that's still fun, where they can play, and they've actually gone and put the piece on the mannequin and say, oh, I like that, So, but if you don't have it, don't worry about it. Bring a neck cord. So you're setting up on the kitchen table or dining room table. You're right there. Between an hour, hour and a half. Now, for those of you who have the boutique, bring the boutique, because it's about, 30, 40 pieces. For those of you who have a lot of jewelry like me, don't bring all of your jewelry. Bring about 4 or 5 trays. That's it. Because, remember, it's a dash. Okay, or it's a pop-up. You're not bringing the whole kit and caboodle. So that's what you're doing. So bring the top sellers. Now, it could be your top sellers. It could be Premier's top sellers. And on the website, there is, it'll say Premier's top sellers. It'll give you top 10 rings and then top 25 pieces. Now, what you may find is, and I find that a lot of my top sellers are not on that list. And it depends on, they do it company-wide, but also regionally. You'll find that Easy Living may sell great in the South, but it may not even move in the Northeast. Okay? So, bring your top sellers. Bring about 6 catalogs. Again, don't bring the whole shebang. Just bring about 6 catalogs. Don't forget a mirror. Sit around the table and play in the jewelry. Now, while you're playing, you want to work in about the guarantee. Now, Rachel, if one of your links happens to break on this, don't worry about it, because we have our awesome golden guarantee. Okay? And you just tell her about it. Tell her how she's going to earn free jewelry, too. Ask her. Okay. By the way, if you have any questions, just ask. Tell her how she can earn free jewelry. because you may be having a dash going on there, but you may end up with a traditional show with somebody else. Or you could have a bunch of dashes. Okay? Anyway. And of course, you want to tell them about being a jeweler. Now, wouldn't that be neat if you're only there about an hour, hour and a half, you made $150, and you're telling somebody that you can work for about an hour and a half and walk out with $150, and you go, what did I do? Well, they're going to look and go, sat around, ate some brownies, and played in jewelry. I can do that. Be sure to have a special, and if Premier is running a special, you could do your own, or you could do Premier's, whichever one that you want to do. Okay. Don't forget your survey. Even though it's a dash or a pop-up or a kiss show, don't forget your survey. Right? You want to have them always fill it out, because you can forget your jewelry, but you never want to forget your surveys. Okay? Because that's your goal. You can also use this as an opportunity. Yeah, set a date for a traditional show, and with that, now you could turn that dash with the hostess into a traditional show. She can still book a traditional show, because I'm sure there's more jewelry she wants. So she can have another dash, or she can have a traditional show, however you want to do it. Okay, so that's one way. So jewelry dash, pop-up boutique, or a kiss show. The other is, how about setting up in a hair or nail salon? You can set your table up. You can sell right off the table. Don't ever think you can't sell your jewelry right off the table. Okay? If it's a show, I don't typically sell off my table, because it's going to be shipped to it's going to be shipped to the hostess. Unless the hostess is a ways from you. I do shows sometimes that are like 2 hours away, so having it come to me, it doesn't work. But you can set up at a hair or nail salon. You can do cash or carry. Do you all know that you can do personal home shows? Okay, so if you do one personal home show a month, how many shows is that in a year? 12. Hello. By the way, how many shows do you have to do to get an all-star? 12. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, a little shorter time.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. Do a mystery host show. Yeah. So this setting up in a hair and nail salon could be a personal show, or it could be a mystery show. Everyone that purchased that day, have them fill out a little coupon thing, or you can fill it out for them and throw their name into a cup, and they don't have to be present to win, and you can draw, and if, let's say it was $200 in retail, well, 30% is $30? $60? So $60, you can call that person and say, hey, you won $60 in free jewelry. That's your mystery hostess. You don't give the bonuses, you just give the free jewelry. So there's a mystery hostess show. So you had a personal show, and you had a mystery hostess. Okay, 2 times 12 is 24 shows. Okay, so again, even though you are doing cash and carry, to be considered a show, you always want to talk about the guarantee, how they can get free jewelry, and the business. Okay, so that's another way. And then events. You can set up at events. Those typically cost money, anywhere between $30 and $75, just depending. Now there are events that can be $150, $250. I'll be honest with you, when I hear that, no thank you. Okay, because I think that's crazy. Unless you're going to do it with 2 other people and you can split it, I typically don't spend more than $50. Every now and then, depending, I might do a $75. Like I have a $75 event coming this Friday, 8 a.m. Woo. Yeah, 8 to 12. But that one's okay, but typically if it's over 50, I stay back from it. I don't do it. But again, you can sell off your table. You can do a special. You can do $10 or $15 earrings, $15 bracelets, necklaces, $20 to $30 if you want to do it that way. Or you can do a special, purchase $65, get something at half price. Purchase $50, get something at half price. However you want to do it, okay? Offer a special. But again, what are the three things that you always want to tell them?
Golden guarantee.
Okay.
Confidential.
And post of benefits. And that's considered a show. Okay, so these are other ways that you can do it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a traditional show. Now, for those of you who are brand new and you don't have, you're just starting, you may have somebody say, oh, I really don't have time. Let me just come and show my jewelry. We can do a jewelry dash, okay? And tell them, just, so if you have 3 ladies that are there, do a mini show while you're standing there. And then you have another 2 ladies coming in, guess what? You're going to do it again. So you have your own little, you can have mini shows. It doesn't have to be where you're going through the whole thing. So that's the beauty of Premier. You don't have to just do like the purse game all the time or the question game all the time. Do it, she's only going to have 2 or 3 ladies. Sit around the kitchen table and play the jewelry. You're still showing when I first, I'm like, why do they call it a show? It took me 2 years to figure out why it's called a show. Because we're showing the jewelry. Okay, I'm not the sharpest tack in the book. Okay? so again, think outside of the box instead of the traditional kind of thing. For those of you who work full-time, bring 2 trays of jewelry, get a couple girls together at lunch, and bring out the jewelry. They're seeing the quality of it and go through, the catalog. I heard somebody one time, this is going back a few years ago, her show, and I really wish I could remember because I was like, what? Her show was going through the catalog. Let me take you to page 15. And this is the piece that's on page 15. And it's made with such a, and I'm like, really? So there's all kinds of shows out there. If you line 5 of us up, from all over the country, you probably have 5 different jewelry shows. So just show the jewelry. Anybody have any questions? No? Everybody got it? Sweet.
I have a question.
Okay.
The events, do you do cash and carry?
I do cash and carry typically. Now again, cash and carry can depend on how much jewelry you have. Okay, so I have enough jewelry where I do a cash and carry. But don't be afraid to sell off your table, and I've taken orders too. Because there was something they liked and there was a necklace but I didn't have the bracelet. I took the order and told her that she would have it in a week or whatever, and that was fine. So, but you can do both. And don't be afraid too that if she likes this piece, well, if you get a couple girls together, I can give this to you for free. Okay, dangle that carrot. Anybody else? Cool. Oh. Can I just wait? I just one thing. Okay. Candy was talking about. Thank you, Carol. Yes. Who said that? You're awesome. Okay. This is something that I do. This is the style guide. I put my label on the front instead of the back, and I might start doing both. Because most people, when they see it in the front, they don't realize that they can turn over and look on the back. And it has my my website, but I have a $10 gift card that I give them. So they get to use this card, and I have it called Bling Bucks on the back. But I used to use the style guide, lifestyle coupons, and have the paper. I can't tell you how many times I've lost it. Put it in my purse, the black hole.
I'll take a picture of it now because I know I'm going to.
Oh, okay. So I got these tiny little composition books. and it stays in my purse now. It's been my lifesaver, and it has. I started doing this on January 30th, and I got her name, and then afterwards I put where she worked, when I met her, anything that I can think of to remember about her, and this has been a godsend for me. I'm actually following up. So have something that works for you, and you know what?
Your little black book.
My little black book, yes.
Judy, you know the phone has that capability too.
Yes. The phone?
Yeah, your smartphone.
Well, but then I have to pull my phone out and have it, so I'm like, here's
When
a
she's
pen.
having some phone issues, you know.
Yeah.
She's keeping it personal that way.
I am. So
Abby.
it's right here, and it has been working like peach. So, and I know where it is, and then I cross off, I make a check mark. So, just one little thing I instituted this year to be a little more organized.
Forks. Don't worry about it. It's just sharp forks.
Oh, okay.
Huge sharp forks.
Oh, even better, out of the trash bag. Hey, they were Emma's, I think. They've been sharing.
Oh, okay. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna
Stuck in the basket.
Okay, yes, he's awesome. We're gonna just give you away. He's really getting in the basket. It's alright. Mama. We're gonna cover increasing your retail, because that is another part of this Get in the Game challenge. That you don't only have to have the shows, you also have to have the retail and the jewelers. So that's why we're hitting on sponsoring, because you need to sponsor jewelers in order to earn these lines for free. And then the bookings, obviously, for the shows, and then increasing your retail. So you covered, I think I overheard you say, you covered like how you do the jewelry dash. Okay, so I saw it wrote down. So yeah, so you did that, and you covered a pop-up boutique, right? Okay. Okay, good, because I wrote down my own notes. I'm like, I hope I don't go off of those two. Okay, so there's different ways that you can use it. These are just some of the strategic ways that I have used over the years, and definitely continue to use now that we have these other tools at our fingertips. So if you will use the website as a tool for out-of-state friends and family, for your hostesses, that one's big right there. You can tell her right away about her, don't worry about those $100 in outside orders, especially if people are like, I don't know anybody because I'm from out of state. You can still have a party, we can get out of town orders for you, those will still count. Things like that. So use that as a tool for you. On top of that, I also use Facebook parties. Really I use a Facebook event in connection with her party. And I just say, listen, so if you have specific out-of-state people, let me know. We'll make a Facebook event for them and kind of do it as a little interactive. Out-of-state friends can see some fun, cute pictures that I post, and then they can order through that. And then having a personal show every month, and that's one of the things that Judy was talking about. We should all be having those, because that allows you to collect outside orders from Facebook, especially during the $10 special. I talked about it earlier. That is huge during that Facebook, or during that promotion, that you work with those people. And you work with your own customers, especially the ones that love to spend money. If they've spent over $75 or $100 at any of your other shows, reach out and say, hey girl, I know there was some stuff on your list you didn't get, because they may not be the party person that wants to have a show, but they're going to order. So I have some people like that I can just call and say, hey, the $10 special's back, wanted to let you know. I know there's some stuff you still wanted, and they put in $150, $200 orders with me. Like, that's crazy. But those are orders and retail that I'm gaining, because the retail for these can be from catalog shows. So you can earn right there. You can earn the retail points can come from just catalog parties, so you can have out-of-state friends help you. And if you don't want to have Jewelry Will Travel, then that's fine. You don't have to go to her, but she can collect orders for you at her office. Just say, hey, I will give you an extra 2 items at half price if you will do this for me, because the catalog show only gets 20% in free and half price items, so you can offer extra half price items, y'all. That's still retail that will build, but you can offer whatever you want to that person collecting it. So you really have to think where your connections are, where your friends and family are, people that owe you a favor, would do something for you, whatever.
He's trying to train too.
So you can get them from catalog orders, home show orders, all the different things like that. And then offer incentives for your hostess to work on her pre-orders. So I know me and Tammy used to always do a promotion where if they had $300 in orders before their show, which is above Premier's 100. We want them to work for Premier's 100, but ultimately, y'all, if you set a goal for 100 and you don't hit it, you're going to fall just under or whatever. But if they shoot for 300, they're definitely going to hit for 100. If they're working towards the 3, they're going to hit Premier's bonus. And if they hit mine too, they can either get a ring of their choice or maybe a watch for 20 bucks. And things like that. I'm happy if I made $150 before I walked in the door, y'all, seriously, I can spend 30 bucks and give them a watch. They're paying $20 for a watch. That the most expensive one, it would cost me 30. So things like that. Sometimes you have to spend money to make money, but again, they may not hit. They may only have $250. You made $125, like because she worked that catalog. So you need to make sure you guys are partners and you are working with her to help her earn as much free jewelry as possible. You guys are teammates as far as that goes. And you can offer her whatever incentive you want, but getting 300 in free orders is a good one. And then, like I said, doing a ring or a watch special is the great way to do that. Asking friends of that hostess, and these are great for fundraisers, y'all. This is almost like mandatory if you're doing a fundraiser. I don't know. If you're doing a fundraiser, you want to find some friends of the girl who is that you're trying to raise funds for. Like Tammy just did this one, and I think she actually had some people in the same circle that were hostesses at first of the lady whose son has leukemia, and she had 10 ladies offer to collect orders. And so there were 10 people collecting orders on top of what happened the day of the event. So not to say you need 10 friends to collect orders for her. They didn't have their own party, but you can say, hey, you know, you can collect orders, you know, who has, and especially if you're booking off of a party where they're all like, oh, we're all gonna come, I'm gonna come, have a party, yes, I'll come, I'll buy something, whatever. Then you can say, hey, you know, I know you're not the one to have a party, but I know you work in a huge office. You want to take the catalogs and get some orders for her party? And they're probably going to say yes. And you can make her a secret girlfriend, and there can be more than one secret girlfriend. Now, the traditional sheet of paper that talks about it, the secret girlfriend, is basically saying she gets the shop at half price. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can just offer her a gift to collect orders, but if you want to let her shop at half price, it's fine. It's just kind of to your discrepancy. That's the awesome thing about our businesses is we can choose what percentages we give and what discounts we do. I appreciate y'all.
Usually my daughter's here babysitting, just for the record.
Yeah.
But my husband's at the firehouse, so she's babysitting mine.
Yeah. So, all right. And my husband really needed to get some stuff done today, so bless him because I made him
Or sometimes
be the daycare this morning so I could get my nails done and go to the gym. And then I was like, okay, I got to jump in the shower and just do my pigtails wet because I have to go. And he's like, okay, I'll just keep them until you leave. Bless you. So anyway, yes, we love the other half of our some of them when they're around. But if you're doing it on your own, girl, you can do it on your own, right?
Amen.
Girl power. How old are your kids?
17, 18, and 12.
Put them to work. They can get paid stamp catalogs.
Yeah.
You can pay them or write that off. Okay, so that's a whole other story. But anyway, so again, work on those other forms of things as far as the catalog shows, because you will have people, and y'all, it's key at checkout to ask, okay, if they will do a party for you. Just say, hey, listen, you know, I know you don't have time right now and you're crazy busy, but I'm in this challenge and, you know, I need to do whatever. Do you mind, you know, I heard you worked at an office and I know you've got a lot of ladies around you. Would you mind just collecting some orders at your office? And then we could just meet for coffee, or we can even do a catalog party. If she's local, she will probably, I always get them to turn it into a you and two. And that's me coming literally to their room on their lunch break if that's what it requires. Or it's me going, you know, meet them at a coffee shop or something on their time to do a mini show. And again, that's where she's talking about those big shows that can count to help you fill your calendar for these 12, 24, or 36 that you're going for. And then you can do Facebook events. Again, in order to do those, you've got to turn them into a party. Otherwise, it's a catalog show.
Bring the basket in the back.
That's on mine.
He's all about the
He
basket.
says the basket. He doesn't even want what's in it. He just wants to climb it.
There's popcorn in there.
Climb it in the back.
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
So those are some ways, and then obviously if Premier is not running a special, we usually do spend $75, get an additional item at half price. That's one of my favorites that I do. That's just always worked for me. My people, like for whatever reason, I don't have a problem with them hitting the 75, and I'm very intentional looking at every single one of my order forms. And I'm like, girl, you know you're like a pair of earrings away from getting a half price item. And then they're like, oh yeah? I'm like, yeah. So, or I'm like, I don't know if you heard it. And I don't do it, like, I caught myself the other night at a show. I was like, okay, these ladies are like, I want that, I want that, I want that, and like whatever. They were playing the jewelry so much before I was doing all my stuff. And they were writing down multiple ensembles. So I was like, okay, there's not a special tonight. They didn't ask, and I had forgotten to say it, so they don't need a special. They didn't need a special. They were just shopping. So normally, I do offer a special just because people enjoy it and they like it. And I usually, the hostess asks me, are we doing anything? And I say, yeah. This is what you can use to help her get pre-orders. Yeah, well, they were excited to shop, and they're looking forward to the next party. So, and y'all, this is a lady, I'm going to just tell you, she tried to say, well, I only have 4 or 5 yeses, and mind you, she didn't send her email out until 3 days before that, maybe 2, and it was the beginning of the week before her Friday show. She's like, so should we just cancel until maybe March when people have money again? I was like, no, I'm coming, I'm getting out the house, thank you. So I was like, I don't care if it's you and one friend, I'm coming. But she had 4 or 5, so I was like, no, we're definitely not canceling. But you gotta like keep them on point. Because that's how their mentality thinks it's not going to be worth it for me. It was an $800 show. I mean, really? She got, and that was during January's bonus. She got $400 and something in free jewelry, and she wanted 2 pieces. And then so she had to like shop. And it was like the end of the month, so I was like, I'm not leaving until you pick out $420 for the jewelry. So I got home late, but that's where you stay because the ladies are having fun, okay? And they were shopping. So. Anyways, those are things as far as increasing the retail. You can do, they spend $100, you can get 2 half price items. I mean, you can pick your specials, but just do things where they spend a level and then they get something. Because the ladies will push to that next level. We all, am I wrong? We like to feel like we're getting a deal. Okay? And so, and I personally listen about watches and things like that, and people are like, ooh, I love that, but I can't pay that much for it. Like necklaces that are more expensive, and I say, okay, well, I call them or I text them and I say, hey, she didn't use all her half price items. Do you want to get that necklace at half price? And then I just add it to her order. I do not key it in underneath the hostess free because that means she's got to take it out of her bag and put it in hers. So, and I already told them if the staple's taken out, they've been playing in their jewelry. So, I just put it on that same customer's order at half price. I just changed the retail amount. I don't have to make the hostess deal with that. So that way it's still separated equally. But that's just something you can do. You can listen at your shows and be intentional on how you're doing all of that and just working all avenues of opportunities for people to collect orders because you'll be surprised how many people will be willing to pass around a catalog for you, but they do not want to have a party. And if they understand that they don't have to have a party, and you know, then they will do something to help you because women do want to help each other, but you have to help them understand that they don't have to do all the crazy traditional home show. So anybody have any questions? No?
Kim, you said earlier when you change the price like that, you have somebody that wants to buy a piece
Yeah.
50% off.
Yeah, you just go into the computer and just enter it in. So it gives you an opportunity when you go in there. It says like, here's the price, and there's a different area. So when I give my hostesses 20% off to come shop at their friends' parties, then I just go in and do 20% off. And so I just key in the amount they're paying. So,
It says edit next
yeah, it
to
says
that.
edit.
It says edit, and you just click on edit. Don't worry, we'll get to that.
Yeah, you'll see it. And then even as you're entering the $10 specials, you'll see where you go kind of in the same area and click promotion. You enter it in and you accept them all at full price, and then you go pick their $10 item and you click change for that. So yeah. And I also am very intentional. If I see someone bring me an order that's like $150, I'm like, oh girl, you earned 2 $10 items. I do not take one out of that. And if she's like, oh, can I just use one of those? Fine. But other than that, I'm like, you got 2 $10 items. Go pick something else. Okay, just so y'all understand. That's upselling. Okay, come from the bartender world. Okay, so that is pretty much everything for our training tonight. I will, if you will let me know as far as getting these shirts so I can get them made, if you are wanting one for March training, just please come give me your name and your size. They're unisex, so mine's a medium. They run kind of, I don't know, my friend, make sure Tammy got a medium.
I got an extra large. They run great.
They run great. So just please let me know what size, and I'm going to write down the size, the year you started, and then we will get them made and have them so we all match and are super cute and representing when Tim and Peggy come to training in March. So that is all. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to get y'all out of here early, so we're not sure what's starting to happen if rain is coming in. Oh, and we're going to do drawings. Tammy's got tickets.
I don't know where y'all put them.
There. No, the other.
Let me grab the crowd.